Hey guys, welcome to Armchair Conversations with Rob. This is another one of the ones in the series of lessons from the retro notebook. Basically, I'm going through an old notebook that I started writing like in high school and college, and writing my thoughts and ideas down at the time and some of my philosophies to give those who maybe are coming from this perspective at this time in their lives something to play with and another idea. I'm basically going to look at the quotes. This is going to be a pretty ongoing series and give a little synopsis of what I might have been thinking at the time and put a little piece of today's wisdom in with it too. So, the next quote is: all things being equal, if attitude were all it took, we could all be famous at one time or another. Some have believed that great deeds make us immortal, and that's true after a fashion, but I still believe that synergy is the missing ingredient. Guys, I'm reading these once and then reading it again on camera and trying to get a feel for where I was. With this one here, this is an amalgam of several quotes actually. Because I've heard if attitude was all it took, we could all be famous. I'm sure we all have heard that one. Um, we all have heard that great deeds make us immortal. And then I talked about synergy. I think really at this time in my life, I was very much of a mind that it took more than one component to take care of everything. There has to be more than one tool in your toolbox. Synergy is the missing ingredient, meaning that you have to not only have attitude, but you have to take that attitude and do something with it. So, like for example, you can't just think that you're all that and not actually go out and be all that. And by all that, I don't mean going out and lording it over people. I mean actually doing the things that a person of that power and quality and magnitude would do. You have to, if you think you're patient, you have to speak the way a patient person would speak and do the actions that patient people do. In order to become that, even if you're not yet, you have to be good if you want to be good. You have to be courageous if you want to be courageous. You have to be bold if you want to be bold. The list goes on, but that's the basic gist of this that I'm getting from this quote at that time. Um, Synergy with the missing ingredient. You have to put them all together. You can't just have attitude, okay? And you can't just do actions with no thought behind them. They have to be mixed together and they have to yield something. So for me, now I would look at this quote and say, that your attitude is very important in what you get in life and where you go. And your attitude definitely helps what you physically do, like the actions you take toward whatever outcome it is. Whether it's a success goal, a money goal, a personal goal, a relationship goal, your attitude is going to determine what actions you take. And it's also going to determine what happens to you. Um, because I do think that your attitude does draw some things. Case in point, if someone's being a jerk, you're less likely to want to help them. Well, that is a natural consequence of being a jerk in that arena. Okay, whereas being a jerk in another arena might actually help you, like say in a street fight. Okay, so it's relative, but it is something that I think defines where you're going to be. I think it absolutely is the reason why some people have what they have and some don't. Because people will look at things and say, well, Rob, man, hold up. You got all these people out here who have money, but they are terrible people. Well, yes, that's true. But here's another way to look at that. They may be terrible. By the way, this is coming from a book, James Allen, As a Man Thinketh. Uh, this may be a case of maybe they know something to do with generating wealth and income that the man who has a nicer disposition doesn't know, or the woman. You know, maybe this woman has a bedside manner that is awesome, but she does not get the contracts, jobs, that she would wish or he would wish. So again, it's interchangeable, male, female, whatever. The truth is, attitude definitely determines what you get. Synergy being the missing ingredient is it's not just enough to have a good attitude. You actually have to go out there and do something. You have to use your actions. Um, Great deeds. Because to me, great deeds isn't just going out and like physically moving the pillars of Hercules. It's also about great deeds being sharing and caring with people. What you say to affect the world, what you say to bring it down, what you say to an enemy, what you say to a friend. Those things are all great deeds too. So don't misunderstand me. But at this time, though, I think my thought was I was kind of railing against the physical great deeds versus um, intellectual and emotional and spiritual great deeds. So, recap the quote. All things being equal, if attitude were all it took, we could all be famous at one time or another. Some have believed that great deeds make us immortal, and that's true after a fashion, but I still believe that synergy is the missing ingredient. And I would have to say, based on today's wisdom of where I stand now, I do still agree. It's not quite in the form that it was at that time. Anyway, if you like what I'm doing, if you don't like what I'm doing, if you wish to subscribe, if you wish to leave me comments, if you wish to make bad comments, I don't care. Just do something and let me know what's going on and share with me. Because, I don't really get as much time and focus on talking to you guys back and forth because I'm on the camera by myself. We're going to remedy that in the future, I hope. But in the meantime, thanks for sharing my armchair and do something. Let me know something. Subscribe if you like it. Hate it if you want. Just do something. Have a great, great day.